what are vaccines? How do they work? Let's have a quick look at it. Us humans are exposed to all kinds of threats from nature all the time. One of them is bacteria and viruses that make us sick and ill and might even kill us. So how does our immune system protect us from it? So what you're seeing here in the picture is bacteria on the one hand, immunoglobulin G in the middle, and immune system cells, all kinds of them, on the very right. What happens is that bacteria and viruses are recognized by this nice molecule, Y-shaped immunoglobulin G, that will recognize the pathogen and actually recruit one of these immune system cells. The immune system cells will then attack the bacteria and protect us from it. I'll simplify all these drawings and just use emojis. If you think back in your childhood Far West cowboy movies, there was always the bad guy that was wanted for and that was looked for by the authorities, and what they would do is put a sign around all towns in Far West with a picture of the face of the criminal, the bad guy, or even a drawing, so that people could recognize them. So if a cowboy would actually come across this bad guy and recognize him from the picture, he could capture the criminal and actually call the sheriff. And the sheriff would come and probably hang the bad guy, or at least punish him, put him in jail. That is very similar actually to what happens in our immune system. So vaccines are actually this sign that tells the body how to recognize a bad guy. It's not a drawing, of course, but it's normally either a part of a pathogen, or it's maybe a dead pathogen. It's a cooked one, so it doesn't hurt us, but it still looks like one. So we present that to the immune system. Immunoglobulin G comes and learns how it works, and then calls the cell when it actually finds the bad guy, so that the immune cells can come and attack the bacteria or virus that actually is about to hurt us. So if we don't have vaccines, what happens is an animal gets in touch with a pathogen, and let's go to the extreme that it dies, but it can just get sick. So the animal could be a human, could be one of us, and the pathogen can be a bacteria like E. coli or Pseudomonas aeruginosa, but it can also be a virus like COVID or smallpox. But if we have vaccines, we can tell our body how those bad guys, how those pathogens look like, and the body has the tools and is prepared to go and attack them when it comes. So at most we get a fever, or we just feel a little bit sick, but definitely we don't die. The good thing about vaccines is that those who are vaccinated are way more protected than those who are not. But it also can be that some people cannot vaccine for X or Y reason. Sometimes they just don't get access. Sometimes they have other diseases and cannot get vaccinated. But here's the interesting thing. There is something called herd immunity. So if the majority of us gets vaccinated, even when a pathogen comes in contact with us, most of people who for some reason couldn't get vaccinated will be protected by the herd or the group. And that is how vaccines actually protect all of us when most of us are vaccinated. And you can see here in the demonstration how fast it spreads when we're not.